Aabot na sa 1,000,000 ang mga GASPE or ESC grantees at bahagyan na nating may itaas ang subsidy sa mga pribadong paaralan sa halagang 6,500 piso bawat estudyante bawat taon. Pangwalo, meron na tayong sapat na materyales para maumpisahan ang mother tongue-based multilingual education para sa 12 pangunahing wika at sisikapin pa po nating dagdagan pa ang mga pangunahing wika simula sa mga katutubong wikang nanganganib ng mawala. Pangsyam, sapat na po, ito po yung aming good news, sapat na po ang bilang hindi lamang ng mga textbook, kundi pati na rin ang ating mga upuan para sa lahat nating mga mag-aaral sa pagbubukas ng klase. Ibig sabihin po nito, zero backlog na tayo sa textbooks at school furnitures by June this year. At pangwakas, meron na tayong 24 na mga LGUs na lumagda ng pakikipagtulungan sa pagtatayo ng mga silid-aralan na umabot na po sa 1.3 billion para sa kabuuang 3,473 classrooms o mga 1,700 na bagong classroom na pinondahan ng budget ng mga LGUs. Mahal na Pangulo, sinasalubong natin ang panahong ito ng may matibay na pag-asa na kung tayo ay magtutulungan, kaya ng Pinoy na makipagtagisan ng talino kahit kanino sa mundo. Hinaharap natin ang mistulang pinakamalawak na reformang pang-edukasyon sa ating siglo. Ang mga pagsubok ay matindi at ang dapat nating gawin ay napakarami pa. Hindi tayo maaaring panghinaan ng loob. Sa tuwid na landas, walang maiiwan. Ito po ang ating pananalig. Kaya nating tugunan hindi lamang ang mga kakulangan, bagkus kaya nating sama-samang buhayin ang pag-asa ng kinabukasan para sa bawat Pilipino. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Luistro. Secretary Emmanuel Joel J. Villanueva, Director General of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, will give his message.
His Excellency President Benigno S. Aquino III, Deputy Secretary Brother Armin Luistro, Senator Angara, Congressman Sani Angara, Chairman of the Committee on Tertiary and Technical Education, mga mambabatas mula sa House of Representatives, members of the Cabinet, students, guests, a blessed afternoon to everyone. Last Sunday, I had a chance encounter with incoming high school freshmen. I asked if they were in favor of K-12, and I was perplexed hearing most of them oppose K-12, primarily because of the financial burden that it will impose on their families. I simply explained to them that although K-12 will add 2 years in high school, or you may want to call it junior college, it will open more opportunities for them. Unlike the current system where everyone seems to need to go to college to find a decent job, anyone who will complete the K-12 program will be ready for employment. The mainstreaming of technical education and skills development has been the advocacy of TESDA. Ito po ay sa kadahilan ng hindi tayo nagkukulang sa trabaho, lalo na sa administrasyong ito. Ang kulang po ay mga graduates na swak sa trabaho. Dito naman po swak ang TESDA. Ang TESDA ay parang kolehiyo ng trabaho. Bawat training, bawat kurso, may trabahong naghihintay. Magagandang trabaho, trabahong garantisado. Kagagaling ko lamang po last week sa Bicol at ibinalita po sa atin ni Mayor John Bongat ng Naga City na mayroong malaking demand na trabaho bilang butcher sa Australia. Ngunit kalahati lamang sa total number of demand ang pumasa sa kanilang kinuha dahil hindi po sapat ang skills ng mga ibang nag-apply. Pupunta na po sila ng Australia at ang starting annual salary nila ay 2 million pesos maliban pa sa benefits at overtime pay. If you visit our job portals and websites, you will notice that most job orders require technical education. Here and abroad, there's a very high demand for welders, plumbers, machine operators, technicians, and so on and so forth. Topping this list are job orders from IT BPO sector. at least 130,000 jobs needed annually. Ito po ang ibig sabihin natin ng maraming trabaho. Ang mga graduates na swak sa trabaho, kulang. At ito po ang tinutugunan ng K-12. At the heart of K-12 is the integration of technical education and skills development in basic and formal education. And with the political will of President Benigno S. Aquino III, this radical but much needed education reform is now a reality. Ipinagmamalaki po natin sa mga sa TESDA ang ating mga TESDA specialista. Kasi po, sila ang mga model natin sa K-12 education. Sila ang mga konkretong halimbawa kung paano magiging successful ang bawat graduate ng K-12. They are individuals who have completed technical education and who have established themselves in their chosen career and are now providing for the needs of their families. In Quezon City, Warlito Santiago, a high school graduate trained on 2D traditional animation as TESDA Scholar, is now a junior director of Top Peg, an animation company directing shows in the United States of America. He also developed games for Wii at siya na ngayon ang nagpapaaral sa kanyang pamangkin sa kolehiyo. In Masbate, Leticia Aguinaldo has put up LCA catering services and LCA bridal gowns and home of curtains. She finished dressmaking, baking and commercial cooking courses in TESDA. Sa Mindoro po, isang kababayan nating mangyan na si Jonard Antonio successfully earned shielded metal arc welding o SMAW NC2. And now he is in Saudi Arabia giving 20,000 pesos to his family, 20,000 pesos to his tribe. I don't even know how much he's making. These and 1,000 other untold stories that show the high labor force participation and employment rate of our graduates. Kaya nga po, ako mismo kumuha na rin ng Food and Beverage Services NC3. Para wag naman po sana, pero kung mawalan ako ng trabaho, may fallback position ako. Bilang isang barista. K-12 makes significant changes in the high school program. In grade 7, students will have the opportunity to explore 8 of the 23 technology and livelihood areas. Then, they will have another chance in grade 8. In grade 9, they will have the core competencies required for the basic national certificate of their preferred technology and livelihood education program. These students will take the mandatory competency assessment, and those who can satisfy the requirements will be awarded the national certificate. I am confident that TESDA can deliver its responsibility in ensuring that K-12 will be a success. TESDA has been working hard to deliver world-class services, and this is evidenced by its ISO certification. This is exactly what I told the students last Sunday, and I'm sure that I left them unanimously in favor of K-12. Sino ba naman po ang ayaw? Ayaw magkaroon agad ng disenteng trabaho pagkatapos mo na mag-high school. Di na po kailangan ang dagdag gastos sa kolehiyo upang magkaroon ng disenteng trabaho. Hindi po natin dapat bitawan ang ating mga pangarap. Sa K-12, pag-graduate mo, may trabahong naghihintay sa'yo. Magandang hapon po, and thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you, Secretary Villanueva. To deliver the message of Secretary Patricia Licuanan, Commission on Higher Education Chairperson, may we call on Commissioner Nelelyn P. Defensor.
His Excellency, distinguished officials, and stakeholders. Today, we mark a significant milestone in Philippine education reform. The K-12 initiative is probably the boldest innovation embarked on by the education sector that is meant to address several issues in education. A major one is the inadequate preparation of college graduates for work and university, which has been supported by several official studies. As early as the American period, the need to extend the 10 years basic education schooling was already cited. The decade of the 50s called for the restoration of grade 7 and was mandated in the Education Act of 1953. The 2008 Presidential Task Force on Education recommended the benchmarking of years 11 and 12 with programs around the world. And in 2009, A World Bank survey found that employers considered graduates possessing only 10 years of basic education lacking in essential work skills such as problem solving and initiative. There is a corresponding cost to our professionals working abroad. They do not get the recognition and remuneration they deserve because highly technical courses such as engineering require 2 more years of preparation. Thus, K-12 is the appropriate response to a decades-old problem. As K-12 is being launched today, CHED has been making the necessary preparations to support it. First, to effect a smooth transition from basic education to tertiary education, CHED has approved the college readiness standards covering the following subjects: English, Filipino, literature, humanities, mathematics, social studies, and science. These standards were subjected to a consultative conference with various stakeholders. On October 28, 2011, these were approved by the Commission on Bank. Second, the CHED Technical Panel on General Education is reviewing the President General Education Curriculum to determine which courses in the first and second year college will be incorporated in grades 11 to 12 and vice versa. This is now being subjected to public consultation. Third, CHED is also in collaboration with DepEd, TESDA, and the industries to work on the Philippine Qualifications Framework, another major thrust in the field of human resource development. The PQF aims for a harmonized definition of competencies at every level of qualification. Through this framework, Filipinos will have easier access to employment openings in any country of the world that shares the harmonized definition of qualifications. With PQF, a Filipino civil engineer is equally qualified as any civil engineer in the world. Fourth, along the direction of PQF, CHED is currently reviewing and revising the curriculum of degree programs of the different disciplines for an outcome-based education. Finally, may I mention that in the preparation of teachers for K-12, the National Network of Normal Schools, which was formed in October 2010 and which I oversee, is also getting ready for their inputs to support DepEd. Philippine Normal University, as the National Center for Teacher Education, will be involved in the mass training of teachers in the National Capital Region, which starts this week. Likewise, Cebu Normal University and Leyte Normal University, which have been identified by the Teacher Education Council as the service providers for Region 7 and Region 8, will hold the training of grade 7 teachers starting May. Past normal schools who are now comprehensive universities, such as Mariano Marcos State University, which was formerly Ilocos Norte Normal School, Bicol University College of Education, which was formerly Albay Normal School, and West Visayas State University College of Education, which was formerly Iloilo Normal School, will likewise do the same. The pursuit of reforms in education is necessary if we are to be globally competitive. The time to act is now. This government has shown that it has the political resolve to do so.